On the surface she looks fine, but what's inside ain't always in line. Life is good, life is bad. She's a mess, but a happy one.
Hi, I'm Little Happy Mess and welcome to my podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 50. Woo! Welcome to the mess. I'm Nina, I'm your host, and today I'm hosting the 50th episode of Little Happy Mess. Yay! And because last time I said, I need to do something special because it's the 5th episode, I had to freak out over what special thing I'm gonna do for the 50th episode. But I did come up with something. And this episode is about 50 things that I've learned so far and that helped me maneuver through life. Those 50 things accumulated over my life. I'm 31 now, so that's probably relevant information. Let's see what comes, but I think those 50 things are like short phrases. Some of them you might know. Some of them are probably mentioned in other podcast episodes, but my fish brain doesn't remember that. Yeah. I'm going to share them with you and hopefully they resonate with you as well. So let's start. I wrote them down on my phone, so I have to read from my phone. Okay, so the first thing I've learned, and I'm pretty sure I have a podcast episode on this one, accept, change, leave. So meaning that whatever situation we face in our life, we have those three simple options. So first of all, we accept the situation with all its consequences, with everything positive around it, with every negative thing around it, but we accept it as a whole. Because if we oppose it, if we don't like it, if it annoys us, then we waste a lot of energy on that, even though we're not really changing it, which leads me to the next point, accept change. So change meaning that you cannot accept a situation or something with all its consequences, so you have to change it in some way. So for example, change your job, change the location where you live, so all kind of changes. And the last thing is leave. So if there's no option for acceptance, if there's no option for change, let's say in a relationship you guys talk the issues through, but there's not really anything happening that you perceive as necessary, then the only option available if accepting and changing is not possible is leaving. And by these three simple It's super simple, but it's very effective in life, I would say. Like, you can put it on almost any situation and then really think about it. And sometimes it even helps to go through the scenarios when you're like, I could change that. And then like, actually I can accept it and let it go. Or maybe I don't have to leave. There is a way to change it as well. Okay, that was the first thing. Then the second thing, my favorite, it is what it is. So it has a lot to do with acceptance as well. There's a lot of things that we cannot control. There's a lot of things that suck in our life, no matter how much we optimize it. And it is what it is. There are a lot of things we can't change. There are a lot of things we don't have an influence over, or we're just too lazy to influence. And then we have to say it is what it is. If we have a bad day, it is what it is. If life currently sucks, it is what it is. It will get better though. So that's the second one. The third one, the path is the goal. I probably translated that wrong. It's from the German saying, der Weg ist das Ziel. And my dad used to always say it a lot, and it annoyed the shit out of me, especially like when we were cycling or doing some sports, and it's like, how much further? And he's like, the path is the goal. And I was like, yeah, thanks for nothing. But actually that's true. So whatever goal we're working towards, it's the path that leads to the goal that's actually important. And it's so much more fun to achieve something when you then have people to celebrate it with because they supported you on the path or you let them in on your path towards a certain goal. And if we just, keep running after this goal, the little carrot in front of our face, then we just keep living by life. So we're not really there. The path is what's important and not really the goal, because then the goal isn't as enjoyable when we reach it. That was the third one. So now the fourth one, no one cares. And I mean that in a really, really good way. No one cares. Even if people judge you for like a second, the minute you're gone, no one cares. We're not as important as we think. Individualist, capitalistic societies try to tell us we are. We ain't. We're floating on this little rock in space, and you're like this tiny piece on this floating rock in a huge space. Really, no one cares. You can just do your thing. No one cares. And that's actually very freeing. That even if, because I sometimes think everyone is looking at me, everyone knows, but everyone's judging me. But no, people are just looking sometimes. They don't really have a thought, or they do have thoughts, but you have thoughts too, and it's not that deep. Yeah, so that was the fourth one. Then the fifth one, just do it. Putting in some Nike slogan here, meaning that if you like something, just do it. Don't think about it. If it brings you joy, then just do it. If it doesn't hurt anyone, if it doesn't hurt you, then why not? Why don't just do it? Let's overthink less and start doing shit more. The sixth one, perfection is anxiety in a nice dress. Oh, I love that one. I heard it first from Happy, Holy and Confident from Laura Marlina Seiler. I think it's one of the most famous podcasts in Germany, probably Austria as well. And she said that, and I felt so, I felt like, damn, she's talking about me, or the saying is talking about me. When you try to, for example, you have something and you don't want to put it out in the world because first it has to be perfect, then what you're actually doing is just putting, you're actually scared, you don't want to put it out, you're afraid of being judged, you're afraid of So if I am super perfect, then it's gonna be fine, but this perfection stage can never be reached. And even if it's super perfect, people will still have an opinion about it, no matter how perfect your whatever is. So perfection is really just anxiety hiding in a dress. So we just have to do things scared, which is a point that's gonna come on later in this list. Anyway, 7. Gratitude is an attitude that takes you to a higher altitude. It's a bit cheesy, but it's really nice. I heard it first from Michael Beckwith. I don't know if it's from him, but I did a course on, I think it was called Life Visioning. I think he's a really cool spiritual teacher. So I can really recommend a lot of things he does. I don't know what he's doing right now. That was like a few years ago, but his videos used to help me a lot. Anyway, when we start being grateful for everything in our lives, the little things, the big things, it feels like kind of like we're opening that channel. I don't know how to say it, but being grateful for things just brings in more things to be grateful for. And you really start to stay in the now, and you start to appreciate things that you take for granted, and it really opens oneself up to the beauty of this world, and actually realize what you already have, what's already there, and there's so many things. So I can recommend gratitude. I haven't been doing it in a while now, so I'm guilty here, but usually I write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day, because it really helps me to shift my focus towards what went good today, or maybe what's beyond good and bad, which are the things I'm grateful for. So that's helpful. Then we come to number 8, good enough. I have to check. Then we come to number 8, good enough. Good enough, I love it. We say that at work a lot, so whenever a mistake happens, it's like, we just need good enough, we don't need perfection. And I was on a logistics fair, which is a bit random, but I was there. And right now there's a lot of geopolitical issues going on, as we all know, very tragic things, but if we focus on trade right now, then with the Strait of Hormuz, I always think of hummus when I say that. I probably pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. It being blocked, it's a real issue for companies and their logistics to ship their goods and, so on and so on. And I loved that on this fair I was at, there were a lot of talks on the concept of being good enough, of not having the perfect facilities or logistics supply systems, but having flexible ones, resilient ones that can quickly adapt to change, that can quickly be replaced or change location, whatever. So good enough is enough, also in our private lives. We don't need to aim for perfection. The world is moving so fast and change is happening so fast. When you've built this perfect thing, it's already outdated. So good enough is enough. We just have to stay resilient and flexible to the many changes happening in our life. And that works best if we just do less, I would say, and stay in the moment and face whatever problem, obstacle there is in the present and not some point in the future, because I think it's impossible to plan for the future right now. In the situation we're in the energy constitution we're in. Yeah, so that was good enough. Now 9, just breathe. It triggers me a bit to read that, like, just breathe, but it's helpful. Before we act out, before we overthink and overfeel and over everything, just breathe. Maybe even do a quick breathing exercise. So yesterday I was on the point of freaking out. I don't even remember why, some demons haunt me. Anyway, I did one of the most popular breathing techniques, and I know that it's in one of my episodes in one meditation. So where you breathe in for 4, then you hold your breath for 4, then you breathe out for 8, and then you hold your breath for 4 again, and then you start the cycle again. So your exhalations are longer than your inhalations, and it helps us to calm down. So just breathing solves a lot of problems and gives us that space to make educated, reasonable decisions rather than impulsive ones. So breathing, yeah. 10. Courage is doing it while being scared. So when I first heard it, I don't remember where, it made so much sense. In order for someone to be courageous, to be brave, like you just are, and you're scared at the same time, but you still do it. So courage doesn't mean that there's no fear. There's always gonna be fear, and there's no fearless people. And maybe in some areas, but then they have other areas where they have fear. So courage always means to do the right thing or do the thing you want to do, even while being scared, because you can still do shit and be scared. And most of the time, people don't even realize you're scared. The only one that realizes it is you. And the only way to make the fear go smaller and smaller and finally to go away is to keep doing it, even with it being there. Yeah, and learn that it's not gonna kill you. Then 11, anger is power. So I never realized that. I always felt like, no, you can never be angry and aggressive. It's such a bad emotion. No, it's not. It's good. It's just, there's healthy and unhealthy ways to show it and process it. Anger has the power to move us forward, to push through, to really power through things, to get them out in the world. That's where anger really helps. It's just very destructive when it becomes auto-aggression. So when you don't let it out, but you suck it in. And auto-aggression is very bad, because the ultimate state of auto-aggression is suicide and suicidal thoughts and everything around that. So we don't want that. We should we need to learn healthy ways how to let our anger out and how to make it a channel, how to use it in a meaningful way. For me, it's workouts. Sport is anger, building down anger, or I don't know how you call it, but it fuels my workouts. And sometimes texts I write, I still haven't reached the full potential of my anger, I would say, like productivity wise, but I've found ways and I can recommend it. Don't go to auto aggression. We don't want that. Okay, 12. All emotions want to be seen. Oh man, like I'm so good at, I don't know, ignoring my emotions, eating my emotions away, distracting myself so I don't have to feel my emotions. I don't like negative emotions. I think no one really does, but all emotions want to is to be seen. Like a classroom full of kids, like me. And it's not about like letting all of the kids talk, all of the emotions talk, but just seeing them. Anger, I see you. Fear, I see you. And sometimes that's enough. They just keep building up when you start ignoring them for too long. If you just immediately give them the attention they need, then they just go away. So emotions just want to be seen and they leave you the hell alone. Okay, 13. What do we say to death? Not today. That's from Game of Thrones. I hope it's worded in the right way. Never mind. So, no. So this is for all my suicidal friends. No, death is not. It's not gonna help us. It's not gonna solve anything. We were put here on this planet for a reason, and for some of us, it really, really sucks to exist. And existence is hard. Existence is difficult. Existence is annoying. And when I'm in that state, I don't want people to come back, but there's so much good. Like, fuck off. I don't care. I don't want the good. I don't want the bad. I just don't want to exist. But there is some reason why we're here. And as soon as we get out of this state and start appreciating the simple things, gratitude, like free things, even when you feel really bad, there's always free things you can be grateful for. And feeling deeply isn't inherently wrong. I would say it's okay. It's even okay to hate life. It's okay to not be happy with existing, but like even there, making the most out of it. And just do everything you feel like doing, if it's legal and if it doesn't hurt anyone. Just so that when you're finally going, you can say, okay, I did what I wanted to do, and I passed my time all right. So yeah, I think that's everything I want to say here. 14, community over everything. So I think that's a very new revelation for me. I isolated myself a lot when healing, because I thought that only when I'm alone I can, calm down and detox, and people kind of became the enemy. So that started for me in Corona, a bit of social anxiety and stuff like that, and it led to, like, I always had a lot of friends, but isolated myself a lot too. Now I live very far away from everyone, which is nice because I live in nature and I really liked it. Like, behind this camera, I'm looking in the woods. It's very hard to focus on the camera because the trees look so pretty. But yeah, that isolated me a lot, and I realized that it's so important to have a community, to have people where you can just be, like, where you don't really have to do something, you don't really have to talk, you can just be there. Community is so important, and I think it's the best antidepressant there is. So please, if you don't have a tribe, find one. Community is key for what's to come, and I think that there's like this whole loneliness epidemic. They always say it about the men, but I think it's for women as well. Isolation just makes us sad. It plays into capitalism because then they can sell us more shit. But we have so much shit already. Let's just build a community instead and like share the stuff we have. Okay, 15. Play it real, don't play it safe. I was so cool when I wrote that down. What I'm meaning with that is, I think especially in Austria, Germany, probably Switzerland as well, to play it safe is so important. Like, you have to make rational decisions. You have to have all kind of insurances, certain money aside, go to sleep early, like, you know what I mean, like everything that is important, of course, but sometimes really kills the joy for life, like when all you think about is insurances and how to get more money and how to save more money and how to I don't have too many examples right now, but yes, that's important, let's not ignore it, but like it's not everything sometimes, and I think it varies from people to people, but you need things that make you feel alive, and whatever that is for you, you need it to counterbalance the dry, boring, play it safe stuff, because life isn't, you cannot plan everything, and it ultimately isn't safe to be alive. So that's just a desperate, a desperate try to outrun the danger of being alive. And it's good, like, let's all do that, but let's also focus on having some fun. Okay. I keep losing my place. 16, embrace your goofy selves. I think I wrote that down 2 times. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, so embrace your goofy selves. Motto of this podcast: be yourself. Fuck it what people think. Just be crazy. Be you. Be unique. That's good. 17. You are tired of fighting, not tired of life. Ooh, that was an important one for me. You're tired of fighting, not tired of life. Sometimes when I'm suicidal, I think I'm tired of life, but really, it was just a fucking exhausting, whatever, how long period, and where I was fighting a lot, where I was in fight mode all the time, where my nervous system was peaking on, oh my god, we have to overreact, there's so much danger, and really it's just trauma responses and all kind of shit. So what I actually need is rest and calm and peace and quiet things, meditation, yoga, massages, a hot bath, like things that calm me down than things that calm you down, because it's usually not life that we're tired of, but like the fighting and maybe choosing a lot of wrong things for our life. Yeah. Then at 18, at least I tried versus what if. Yeah. So I'd rather die knowing that I tried than knowing than living with, oh, what if I had done that or that or that. No, like I'd rather just think I failed at many things than live with this what if. I think it's not good for us, and that's one of the. So when you ask people who are close to dying from old age, they usually say that I wish I did that and that. Yeah. 19, you're enough. You're enough. There's nothing more to say. You are enough just the way you are. You're not a machine. You're enough. You're a human being, not a human doing. Whoa, that was close to the microphone. 20. I define what success is. Yes, so there's societal expectations on success. There's a lot of wealthy billionaires telling us what success is. Success is just exploiting a lot of people so you have more money than everyone and you could end hunger right now, but you just choose not to. Just to give cheesy advice. So no, let's not listen to them. Let's listen to ourselves and what we think success means, okay? You define it. I define it. We define it. 21. Don't fall for societal pressure. Oh, fuck societal pressure. Like, no, you don't have to. You can, yes, but you don't have to. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. 22. You're not a productivity machine. No, you're not. You're a human being, not a human doing. 23. Your value is beyond your achievements. Also that, like, you are a human being again. There is everything right with you at your core, and you don't have to achieve anything. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You are enough. 24. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Oh, I love this one. I don't know where I have it from, but like, if you believe in something, then you can achieve it. Okay, so just go do it. You can do it. 25. Take a break. Take a break. Just take a break. All of us. We need to take more breaks. I actually started scheduling breaks, so I take breaks. Maybe that helps you. 26, you're loved. Oh, yeah, you are loved. We're all loved. Even when we think we're a worthless piece of whatever, we are loved. There's always someone who loves us, and if we can't think of anyone, then we can always just think about giving our inner kid that love, hugging a pillow and whatever. But like, we're loved. We always are. You always are. 27, your nervous system was not made for this. That really helps me when I'm like, and everyone else is so normal and coping so well, and I'm just here like, what the fuck? And my nervous system is not made for this world. None of our nervous systems really are. We're adapting to it, but we weren't meant for smartphones, for constant beep, 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 and so many, so many things weren't made for that. Our systems are adapting, but it's gonna take generations for us to adapt to it. And maybe before we really adapt, we question the world we live in right now, because a lot of it is questionable. But when you think like you're not enough, or you cannot do that and everyone else can, it's called hyper normalization, the state where the world is in right now, and it's not normal. It's normal to react to it. So your nervous system was not made for a world working in that pace. And many other things. 28, imperfectly perfect. So don't try to be perfect. Perfect is so boring. Your imperfections are what make you perfect. 29, your surrounding matters. Surround yourself with people you like, you love, because ultimately you become the product of your surrounding. 30, let go. Just let it go. There's things you cannot change. Let them go. They're just like a too heavy backpack that you don't need. Try to let them go. There's so many different techniques out there. Maybe I'll do a meditation on letting go once. But let it go. 31, also this shall pass. No matter how bad shit is right now, also this shall pass. Think back in your life, a time where everything sucked. It passed, and so does everything. So some things take longer, but also this shall pass. My strong little warrior. 32. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails. Yes. Many things we don't have control over, but what we have control over is the reaction to it. So, that's the only thing we control. So let's do it. Let's adjust our sails. 33. Your purpose is where it most hurts. Meaning that in the world there's always like one topic that, that hurts the most. For me, it's people who struggle mentally, who think they don't fit in, people who are suicidal. That's where my heart aches the most. So that's where I know that I want to help. And there's other things too, but your purpose or your mission lies there where it hurts the most. That's where you can contribute the most. 34, celebrate your successes. Always celebrate your successes. 35, don't listen to everyone. No, just listen to the people that really matter to you, and even they're question it. But don't listen to everyone. Like, how is somebody who you don't even know entitled to an opinion about you? Nah, fuck them. If you don't like them, then why should their opinion about you matter? 36, fill your cup before filling others. Yes, buckle your seatbelt. No, put on your oxygen mask before you put on the oxygen mask of other people. You cannot give unless your cup is full, because if you do so, you give with the expectation of returning something, because your cup is gonna get empty. So you need something from the person you give it to, and that doesn't work. There's no point in it. Only give when your cup is overflowing. Being egoistic in that way is healthy. So don't let anyone tell you something else. Your cup needs to be full first. Otherwise, it's pointless to give to others. 37, and no to others is a yes to yourself. Boundaries, my friends, boundaries. 38, follow the bliss. Yes. So if something brings you joy, just do more of it. It's okay, follow the bliss. 39, be here right now. Let's all stay more in the present. We cannot influence the future, or we can only influence the future by being present and creating the reality we want to in the present. That's how we can influence our future. And our past, it's done, it's gone, leave it alone. Be here right now. I can recommend the book by Ram Dass. Extremely, it's really cool. Be Here Right Now, Ram Dass. Awesome book. Really cool illustrations. 40, let yourself dream. Yes, don't just be your rational, smart self. You're allowed to dream. You're allowed to, go crazy a little and just dream. Dream of a different world, just dream. Okay? 41, protect your peace. Yes. If there's a lot of drama in some area of your life and you cannot really change it and you see it influencing you badly, cut them off. Or put a boundary, even if it's someone close to you, but protect your peace. It's so important. 42, you are right just the way you are. Yes, you're right just the way you are. 43, practice self-efficacy. I feel like a lot of the media that I consume on, basically social media, it's the only media I consume. I start reading newspapers and I think I should read them again, or at least not watch that many Instagram reels. I mean, now I'm on a social media break, so that's good. But yeah, I still don't have the perfect, way how to process negative information about the world. So I'm still working on that. Anyway, I feel like the media I consume, and I feel like the media most people consume, leads us to feeling like we are powerless and we cannot do anything. There's just wealthy people with a lot of influence that cannot be fought, and that's bullshit. That's where I say practice self-efficacy. Do something. If a lot of things really piss you off, then find an NGO, join an NGO, go into politics. Find some way how to experience self-efficacy, how you can help change for the better, whatever that means for you, because that empowers us and we need to take our power back, because it's not true, we're not powerless. There's a lot of things we just feel like we're powerless, but then we really aren't. We were just educated, socialized, manipulated into being powerless, but we aren't. Let's take our power back. 44, the 80-20 rule. I love that one. I always put it in context with fitness and food, but you can put it in context with every area of life. So 80% of the time, I'm trying to eat healthy, to exercise, and to live a healthy life. 20%, I'm just having fun. I eat chips and I drink sugary drinks, and I don't do sports, and I maybe drink alcohol. I do things that are not healthy, but in this 20-80 ratio, because 100% of the time, that's just too much. That's too strict. I'm gonna break, and many people are gonna break, and it's not necessary. 80-20 is perfect for all areas of your life. 80% we try to stay healthy, a good person, whatever. 20% we become that bitch. You know what I mean. 45, don't take life too seriously. It ain't that deep. It's just, we get born and then at some point we die, and the in-between we just try to make the best of. It's like life is not that deep. Jobs are not that deep. Nothing is that deep, really. So let's not take it too seriously. 46, let your intuition guide you. Connect with your intuition. It knows a lot more about the great goals in your life than you do. So follow it, find places and times to listen to it, quiet down, stay in the present, and let it guide you. 47, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Like when there's a little voice nagging you about something, trust it, and go there and see what it means. Like I have it with people. I'm like, she's so nice. but something's off, then I trust that something's off, because it, like in the past, I've had that very often, that someone, I don't know, a friend of a friend, like, oh, but I love her, and I have a bad feeling, and I'm allowed to have the bad feeling. It's a friend of a friend. I don't have to be friends with everyone. Same goes with men, same goes with everything. Trust yourself. 48, invite magic in your life. Oh my God, yes, magic, mystery, mystics. Like, life has become so rational, so it doesn't have to like create some magic through whatever you like. For me, it's fantasy books. That's where I get my magic from. But there's so many ways how to create magic. I recommend spending time with kids, because they still have this magical thinking, especially when they haven't been socialized yet, so before kindergarten. Yes, bring the magic to your life. It adds so much more fun. Okay. 49, speak your truth. Always speak your truth. I mean, you don't have to be an asshole and speak it without any polite filters, but like, speak your truth. Don't hold it back. Your opinion matters, your thoughts matter, and if you express them in a polite, non-offensive way, then it's fine. But it's important to speak our truths, to not stay quiet about the things that matter to us. And the last one, I'm a mess, but fuck it, so is life. Be messy. It's okay. We all are. And that's what life is really about. Like I mentioned before, perfection is boring. So let's just all be messy and enjoy the life we have. Yes, so that was 50 things that I've learned. I hope some of them were helpful to you, and I hope you liked this episode. Yes, if you did, please subscribe on YouTube, like on YouTube, share the episode with your friends, and on Spotify, it would be amazing if you could give me a 5-star recommendation, if you share this episode with your friends, if you download it, if you save it, and please leave a comment. I'm not mentioning Instagram, I'm still on a break. I'll probably reactivate it though. Yeah, but I'll let you know when that's the time. So have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.